Alrighty, hello everyone, and welcome to Cosplay Tea Time, a community of cosplayers bringing you extraordinary themes and topics relating to the art of cosplay and whatnot, as well as snacking on some lovely little munchies and delicate things. So, if this is your first time tuning in, welcome. If you're coming round again to watch us, thank you. We appreciate you. I have to do this today. All black. So, we're going to go ahead and get started with our introductions, and we are going to start with...
Hello, I am Ardent Wings on social media. You can find me on TikTok and Instagram, although I haven't posted on Instagram in a while, but I am there. I've been a cosplayer for 11 years. And my first cosplay was Kenshin Himura from Rurouni Kenshin, and today I am casual Professor Oz because today is his day
off. As he deserves a day off from teaching and grim invasions and all that fun jazz.
For real.
Awesome. Well, welcome. Thanks for joining us here. Alrighty, I am Jen. I'm the founder of Cosplay Tea Time, as well as today's host. I started cosplaying about 2 years ago, and started Cosplay Tea Time about a year ago, so that's hard to believe. Still a little baby, but it's all good. Yes, so I've been a cosplayer for 2 years. My first cosplay was Nora Valkyrie from the show Ruby. Just really liked her character. It was fun to closet cosplay, see what all that became. So if you want to check out more of that story, be sure to check out YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok at Jen.Cosplays45. So that concludes introductions. We're going to as always, start out with the icebreakers, just kind of warm up the room in a sense. With the first one being, what is a cosplay you are most proud of?
Oh, that's really tough. Each cosplay that I have made has had a reason for me to be particularly proud of. So it's honestly really hard to choose just one, since I learned something new and more difficult with each and every one of them. Like I said earlier, my first one was Kenshin Himura. I made the top part of it, so basically the yukata piece, or I don't know if he wears a yukata or a kimono, I'm not sure. But that was my first big sewing project that I did myself, following my own pattern. Well, it was one that I bought from Joann's, but I did a lot of learning on that particular cosplay. And then I stepped it up later by making a kind of obscure character named Hayate from a show called Free Tier. And that was my first time making a fitted jacket, especially one with one of those high collars, the stiff collars. That was a nightmare. I did cry in the hotel room while I was trying to finish getting it ready. I sewed my buttons on backwards, my snaps.
No. Oh no.
So that was a learning experience, but I was very proud of that one. And then I stepped it up again by making Suna, Yuki from Sword Art Online, and that was a full fitted bodice with the high collar. So that, I learned princess seams, I learned, I forget what it's called, but like gilding or the edging, and I had to hand crank my sewing machine to get the little teeny tiny 16th inch ribbon edging on it. And then after that I stepped it up again and I made Ozpin's normal outfit. And that's a 3-piece suit. First time I ever made something like that. It was very complicated and I used very fancy fabric. So it was nerve-wracking. I did do the first jacket wrong and had to restart. It was a thing. So it's hard for me to choose from all of those, since they're all something I'm extremely proud of.
They're all your little babies that you work so hard on.
Yes. Yes, they are.
Oh, it's wonderful. Yes. So, and I feel you on the snaps. I feel you on that. They're so. It's like so frustrating when you're done. And you're like, yes, and then you go to like put it together, and it's like, no, betrayal. So it happens. Awesome sauce. Let's see. Cosplay most proud of. Glancing at the pile over there. Probably Nora Valkyrie, the volume 7, because that was the first time like I really like sewed stuff together. Like it took like 3 different pieces for the black, white, and pink, and then had to like, sew the sleeves and had to cut things and whatnot. So, but I think the best moment was she has like the little hearts at the bottom of her dress, and I can't really draw like an even heart. It's always like one side's like more lopsided. So my mom gave me an idea to take like a cookie cutter, and we like traced like a cookie cutter in the white part and then cut it out, and it made the perfect even heart. And I was like, well, Nora likes sweets, so that makes a lot of sense. So, and it came out looking just fine. So, love being Nora. Alrighty, next up we have, what is your favorite photo pose?
Oh my. Well, considering that I mostly cosplay Ozfit these days, my favorite photo pose is probably that. How do I explain it? I guess that really stoic one with the cane. It's like a wide-footed stance, like a power stance that you often see Ozfin in when he's just standing around. Not the one with his arm behind his back, but both hands on the cane head.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how to explain it in words.
Mm-hmm. I were going to say him holding his coffee mug, which, by the way, is today's theme. Forgot to mention that.
I don't have that one, but I have this one.
Oh, cute! Oh, Star Wars. Nice.
I can't put liquid in the other one, unfortunately, because the handle broke. So,
no, it's all good.
We're going to go with Star Wars this time.
He would be a Star Wars fan, for sure. I can quote it all.
I agree. May the Force be with you.
Oh. Okay, trying to think. Favorite photo pose? Well, I'm in Coco Adele, the leader of Team Coffee and Ruby, so I do this a lot. Like the looking over, trying not to get my double chin in some of the photos. But I do a lot of hearts, because I do like a lot of like, princess girly type of characters. So I do like the hearts. I usually try to hold a teacup, so whenever I promote Cosplay Tea Time episodes out and I'm in that character outfit, it's like, oh, holding a little teacup, like go check out an episode. I'm trying to do that more, but yeah, we'll see. So it's just some different poses. There was somebody out in the community the other day, like, I don't know what to do, like, how do I pose in this character? And it's like, just look at reference images from a show, like, whatever feels right for that character. So, alrighty. Nope, so that concluded icebreaker questions, my bad. But before we get into today's theme, which is coffee, to help celebrate National Coffee Day, we're actually going to talk a little bit about Cosplay Tea Time, which is, it's a community of cosplayers. We gather in cosplay based on a different theme or a conversation, and we just ask a bunch of random questions. Usually I'm the one asking all the questions, and we just go from there. So, but like I said before, we've been here for about a year. Taking off the gloves because I have to deal with my phone here in a second. But yes, so if you're a fellow cosplayer and you're watching and you want to join, make sure you check out Cosplay Tea Time on Instagram. Look for the little mousy logo. We're actually now on TikTok, Twitter, and Facebook. We have a link tree somewhere, so make sure you check that out. Follow and support us there. We'd greatly appreciate it. And not only that, to the viewers out there watching, thank you. Thank you to our guest and tea sippers here that have joined, taking a moment out of your day to come and chat. And then, viewers out there taking a moment to watch us. So, much appreciated. Alrighty, so that about wraps up that. So, we have our theme for today, which is about coffee. We're celebrating National Coffee Day, the drink that helps wake up millions and millions of Americans and people around the world, I'm sure. It definitely wakes me up in the morning. So, a little bit of history, a little bit of facts about coffee. I'm going to be looking down at my phone here. So, coffee was grown in coffee forest in Ethiopian plateaus. So, you know where to find me on my next vacation. So European travelers visited that place and brought back, stories about this like unusual, strong, dark beverage. They were like, we don't know what this is, but it's definitely not tea. So we have by the late 1800s, coffee had become a worldwide commodity, and entrepreneurs began looking for new ways to profit from the popular beverage. So coffee comes in many different types of beans. Go look it up. I was going to say the names, but I'm like, I'm not going to say the names of the beans. But there's different types of coffee beans, which are then roasted. They're left whole. They're grounded. And then they're sold to, different stores, different coffee shops. But no matter the case, coffee makes its way. I said that. So, can't read. Okay. So coffee is known for its warm, earthy fragrance. It helps fill up the home. It helps fill up the cup. And not only that, some cosplayers may need coffee and caffeine to help make cosplays, create cosplay content. So at least for me, I do. So today we're not Cosplay Tea Time, we're the anti-tea time. A little plain words to say that we have joined the dark side. We're sipping our coffee. This is decaf, I promise you. On cup number 3, and husband's like, you're going to make that decaf? I'm like, absolutely. Whatever you need, dear. So, it's a little bit about history of coffee. So now we're going to talk about our fun themed questions, with the first one being, what kind of coffee is your favorite?
Well, if I'm going to like Starbucks or something, I usually get their blonde roast, which I think it's Pike Place. I'm probably wrong. That might be their medium roast. But whichever one the blonde roast is, I usually get that one. I get like a Colombian Folgers one for the when I make it at home. It's either Folgers or Maxwell House. We flip-flop between them. And I am a coffee fiend. But that said, on any given day, I can't have too much because I am sensitive to it. I used to not be sensitive to caffeine, but I am now. Yay, aging. But I can only have like a max of maybe 2 cups of coffee. Otherwise, I get the jitters. Mm-hmm. But I also like to drink it straight black. I don't put sugar in it. I don't put milk in it. None of that stuff. I like it that way, but I also just like it by itself. And most of the time, I'll just drink it black. And it is delicious. Yes. I love coffee, and I love coffee. It's the only way I wake up in the morning.
Mm-hmm. It's that nice little aroma, the coffee coming out. So, do you use like a Keurig or?
When I go into the office for work, I have a hybrid schedule. Sometimes I'm in the office and sometimes I'm at home. If I go into the office, yes, we have a Keurig, and I keep K-cups at the office. But if I'm at home, we have just like a regular coffee machine. So we have the pot, and, that whole jazz.
Yeah, the old fashioned. It doesn't matter as long as coffee comes out, we're golden.
Yeah, pretty much.
Alrighty, so you kind of ticked off the first 3 questions, which is awesome. Yep, you're good. That's awesome. So, so we have what kind of coffee is your favorite? So in the morning, waking up, I use Maxwell House. It was something my dad used to make all the time. He was strictly Maxwell House, so that's what I use. I drink it straight black. Sometimes I'll take a little bit of creamer. We have a creamer. But ever since the pandemic and stuff like that, like being stuck indoors and noticing like sugar and cream intake, and there's like sugar in specific creamers, I was just like, I need to be easy. So very slowly I have turned to the dark side. And I rarely take cream in it unless like I go to Starbucks. They'll put like milk and stuff, and that's fine. So yes, I take Maxwell House if I go to Starbucks. I'm the Frappuccino girl. But occasionally I do like my lattes. I just had a pumpkin spice latte earlier today, so. But yeah, that's pretty much it. And I do have a Keurig at home. It actually came about like I think a year ago on like Coco Adele's like headcanon birthday or something like that, and I was like, oh well, this is this is nice. So, but yes, a little bit about that. Do you prefer iced coffee or hot coffee?
Definitely hot coffee. It soothes my soul. So I do like to drink it warm. It's very comforting for me, even during the summer, which is kind of weird. But if I'm going out and we're getting coffee and it's a hot day, I might get an iced coffee, but it's rare, and especially with the global panini being a thing, I haven't gone to a lot of places, and I haven't brought coffee with me to a lot of places, so I haven't had iced coffee in a while. So yeah, generally I do drink it hot.
Yeah, I feel like whenever I get an iced coffee, I either drink it too fast. I guess it depends on the size. But not only that, if I don't finish it, I feel so bad. Just like it's too cold for me. So yes, I am definitely the hot coffee team. I love my coffee piping hot. There's something comforting about just hot coffee in the morning, like slowly waking you up and whatnot. I know the health nuts are going to come at me and be like, no, you should drink water first thing. I drink water with coffee, it's on the side, but, I like my nice hot cup of coffee in the morning with my Animal Crossing, so that's how we start the day. Alrighty, I feel like you kind of answered this, but feel free to elaborate. We're going to settle a debate here. Starbucks or Dunkin'? Or is there another favorite coffee place, maybe like a small chain where you're at that you want to shout out?
Well, I have a lot of friends who have worked for Starbucks, so I generally do go to Starbucks. Several barista friends at Starbucks. However, and I hope they don't hate me for this, I don't mind Dunkin' at all. Mm-hmm. Like, I don't think it tastes bad. I think it tastes good. And, maybe I'm just not picky about coffee. I don't know, black coffee is black coffee to me. However, there is one place that I have had a cup of coffee that it's not like a normal place like Starbucks or Dunkin' or if Caribou is still around. I haven't seen a Caribou in a long time. But anyway, there's a hotel near me, actually, and their cafe has the best coffee. But it's like the hotel, so it doesn't really have a name. They had the best coffee ever, and I haven't been there except for that one time.
Makes sense. No, so I'm just hitting all the different coffee places. It's like, it's coffee. Doesn't matter where it's coming from. Just fill my cup.
Yep.
Put it in a bowl.
As long as it doesn't was hot coffee cools off. Then it's depending on what it is. It starts tasting acidic.
Better.
And I think when it gets lukewarm, if it's not meant to be cold coffee and it gets lukewarm, then it starts. And I think usually if it's like that, it's a cheaper coffee. I can't remember that information.
Huh. I'm going to be researching later on once I'm done editing this. I'm going to go back and be like, oh yeah, I need to go figure this out. So, alrighty, let's see. Settle the debate. I feel like I already said my answer, which is Starbucks. I feel like no matter where I go, like wherever I shop, there's always a Starbucks, and it's just so convenient to go in. I know my order. There is a Dunkin' Donuts near me, hashtag not sponsored by any of these people. in places and whatnot, but there's always like such a long line at Dunkin's, and they don't accept. I don't think they accept people like coming in anymore. Like it's all drive through, and it's just like that's a nightmare for me. Like no. So, but yes, I do like Starbucks. There are a couple little places nearby. I can't remember any names, and I don't even know if they're still open due to the whole situation and whatnot going on in the world. So, yes, Starbucks for the win. Yes. So maybe we'll have that as our question for the viewers out there: Starbucks or Dunkin', or share different places. Somewhere nice in the world. All right, I gotta see this. Oh, next one is, how many cups of coffee do you drink in a day?
Well, I try to max out at 2. Because if I do any more than that, well, even if I go to 2, I start getting the jitters. It depends on which kind of coffee I'm drinking, I guess. Because some of them have more of an effect on me than others. But yeah, I try not to drink more than 2 cups. I should only drink 1, but sometimes what I do if I want the taste longer, but I don't want to give myself the jitters or something, I will actually water it way down. I'll do like a half a cup and the rest water, and it's not as good because it is watered down, but then I can still kind of get that taste without destroying myself, I guess.
Yeah, because coffee, even though it's good, like helps wake you up, there's a lot of good health benefits. I'm sure there's research out there. With it being National Coffee Day when this gets posted, and definitely a lot of facts out there. But yeah, definitely like once you hit your limit, and some coffees might have more, like more caffeine or more like, I don't know how it's done. Somebody give us a coffee tour. Go inside a coffee factory or something. That'd be really fun. Anywho, but yeah, definitely like anxiety, like jitters. I know later on, even though this is decaf and stuff, I'm gonna be like really, really jittery. So feel that. Yeah, I also try to do 2, at least 1 in the morning, and then 1 like in the early afternoon, like 11 o'clock, 12 p.m. my time. If not, I'll switch over to decaf. We bought like a whole bunch of decaf, and then sometimes I'll switch it out for tea because most of my teas are decaf. So, but yeah, today for some reason, I had my morning coffee, and then hubby was like, "You want to go to Starbucks and get a PSL?" And I was like, "Sure." And then realized that I had to drink a 3rd cup, and I was like, "Oh, not smart." So we'll see how this goes. Alrighty, let's see. So when you're going out to get coffee, is there a person or someone that you go get coffee with?
In the past, I did have a couple of friends that I would go with quite often, pretty much every Saturday. They moved away.
No, come back.
No, they live in the dream. I'm so proud of them. But I actually don't go out for coffee very often. So if I do, though, I'm often with people, and as of recently, it's more like at conventions. We'll all get up, like whoever is in my hotel room, and we'll get up and we'll go down to the Starbucks or the hotel breakfast area or something, and we'll get coffee, and it's nice.
That does sound nice. Sounds like a good way to start convention day. So
yes, often quite needed too, because you haven't slept the night before hardly at all. You woke up early so that you could get into cosplay, and you're just kind of dead.
Yeah. Like, give me coffee.
I need it.
Oh goodness. Yes. Well, it's fun to go with friends. I usually go by myself. It's like me, myself, and I go to my little Starbucks wherever I'm shopping at. Quick little afternoon pick me up, but today I went with the hubby because we had to do a couple errands and stop there. So I think it's just mostly him. And then I guess in the mornings, whenever I'm drinking Maxwell House, I have my cat Oliver with me. So because I'm not alone in that. Does it count? I don't know. Whatever works. Alright, just a few more questions we have. which character from any show, it doesn't have to be from a movie, it can be from any show, would you want to go grab coffee with?
Immediately.
Oh, I thought you were pointing to your nose. I was like, what?
This is gonna be a little off topic, but when I said I point to my nose, it's something I picked up when I studied abroad, and where I was. When you point to your nose, that's like we in America we point to here, meaning me. They point to their nose, meaning me. So this means me. But like since I'm dressed as Ozpin, I was like me. Ozpin.
He would do that. Love it.
Is one of the little habits that I picked up while I was there that I never.
Okay. Sound good.
I never stopped. But yeah, no, 100%. It would be Ozpin because he is my man. I adore him, and all I want to do is pick his brain about everything. So if I could go get coffee with him, I'm pretty sure he would be annoyed with me because I wouldn't stop asking questions.
Aww. Yeah, I think he'd enjoy it. He'd definitely be like a coffee expert, I guess, just like picking apart each like sip and stuff. So you see that happening. I'm gonna switch character. Would I grab coffee with? Definitely not Nora, because we all saw what happened in Chibi. That's a no. Ren would be like, absolutely not. So there's that. I don't know. Coco Adele, she likes hot cocoa. Hence her name, Coco. So I don't know if she'd get coffee. I think I'd go with Mitsuri from Demon Slayer. She's kind of like a foodie. I think like going to get like cute little frappuccino drinks and then taking a bunch of Instagram selfie. Of course, getting like a pastry or something and just like sitting down at like a nice little spot and talking about love and boys and who knows what else. So it's probably who I'd go. A little coffee. Go grab coffee with. Alrighty. Actually, this is our final question for the theme, which is any side desserts or pastries with your coffee?
Ooh. That's difficult.
Oh no.
Oh gosh, I like pastries and like. I know some of the really good ones have been like macaroons. And Starbucks had. I don't know if they'll have it this year, but I hope they do. They had these pumpkin muffins that had the cream cheese or like cheesecake filling. They were so good, and I hope that they have it again. Especially because they never have my fall drink anymore. Which is for 1 year they had something called the pumpkin flat white, and it was basically liquefied pumpkin pie. It was amazing. And then they decided they're not going to sell it anymore. So.
Bring it back, Starbucks, if you're watching.
Please! So, probably, especially now that it's getting to be fall, and by the time this airs, it might be officially fall. The, like, pumpkin pastries or anything with, like, a cream cheese filling, like a Danish or something. If it's breakfast and I go to Starbucks, though, they have one of those, what are they? The egg and Gouda and bacon little sandwich things. Those are amazing with my coffee.
Sound good. Yes. Lots of good goodies. I know the common thing with coffee is donuts. I'm always seeing that in break rooms and whatnot. So I did try to attempt to make a coffee cake. I don't know what happened, but coffee cake is something nice to have with coffee. Got like little cookies. There's a bunch of things that's good with coffee. So whether it's like a full meal, maybe pancakes, bacon, and eggs, or just like a tiny little snack, coffee is your go-to beverage. Alrighty, so that wraps up theme questions for coffee, but as always I like to turn it over to our guest and tea sipper, see if they have any questions about the theme. Anything for viewers out there?
I guess a good question for the viewers would be, how do you like your coffee?
Ooh, take your coffee. Yes, as you're celebrating National Coffee Day with us, the anti-tea Cosplay Tea Time will be back. But for now, talking a little bit about the darker beverage. What do you take in your coffee? Cream, sugar? Uh, yeah, cream or sugar. I said both. Maybe there's something fancy. I don't know. I don't know. Share your little recipes down below. So we'll be watching. Alrighty, so I believe that concludes our little coffee recording. So thank you everyone for watching. Thank you, Ardent Wings, for joining, talking about coffee and whatnot. So, alrighty.
Thanks for having me on.
Of course, absolutely. Alrighty, so as always, just want to take a moment, say thank you again. Trying to think. Outro, play in my head. Alright, you know the drill. Just make sure that you're staying safe, staying kind, and keep sipping away. Bye, everyone.